What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Like-Minded Investor channel. Today I expose myself, but I also teach this is the beginning of a very valuable lesson of buying the fear and to dollar cost average into assets at time of fears. I decided to put $8,000 together a couple of weeks ago, and open up a little portfolio for us to track as my viewers or as a community, however you want to do so. I currently have 2000 of USDC left, so I still do have 2000 to invest. I'm going to continue to wait for this thing to kind of settle, rebalance, find the bottom, and then I'll decide where to put it from there. But I have invested 6,000 so far, and let's take a look at where it's at, right? Let's take a look at where it's at. So we're at all right? You got 8 grand here. You got the USDT, excuse me, it was not USDC. 2 grand. I bought Ethereum yesterday, almost at the bottom of that fear. Today is February 6th. So yesterday, February 5th, huge liquidity event happened yesterday. And in the midst of it, I sat there for 10 minutes. I watched Ethereum push down and I decided to hit buy. I bought 0.448 of an Ethereum. I wanted to play it safe. Maybe if we push down a little lower, I will put some more into it and get a whole Ethereum. If not, I'll place that money elsewhere. But these are the things I've bought over the last 2, 3 weeks, I think. And as you can see, everything's down. I mean, 30%, 20%, except for the important lesson here, buying the fear. Now, can price push back down? Absolutely. Can we go a little bit lower? Absolutely. I'm taking a gamble here, putting this out on the internet. While everyone else is screaming the $30,000 Bitcoin and all this stuff, I am very confident. The person who taught me well. And, every single time over the last 5 years that we start screaming, it's time to buy, the market usually flips. Now, can I look like a fool putting this out on the internet? Yes, but I don't care. This is what I do. I took $8,000, put it aside, and decided to do this to show the importance of dollar cost averaging on the way down. When I say on the way down, 20%, 25%, 30%. I am down on my money. As a matter of fact, I am down $1,200 on my money, right? But this market will flip. And when it does, this little bit of loss that everyone gets so scared of in times like yesterday, my real portfolio is frightening. Let's get that clear. But I know the long term of this thing. I know what Bitcoin is and what all this blockchain technology is. It works with AI in the future. It secures money on the internet. Nothing can be tampered with. Data is once confirmed can never be tampered with, destroyed, no more erased emails. Like, this is very important technology. This isn't just about making money. And if you watched anything of the WEF at Davos this year, almost everything was talking about the race to blockchain. A lot of what they talked about was the race to blockchain. And kind of like AI, who gets there first kind of dominates the space. So down 1200, I put in 8K. We're gonna follow this throughout the year. I just want to go over what happened yesterday. Let's go to Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin, um, huge. That is the wrong coin. BTC, $10,000 day. Let's zoom in. $10,000 day. And this square is where I thought price was going to come. I have a previous video on my channel. You can go back and watch. It's pretty much the same zone. It's not the same exact chart, but it is the same exact zone where I thought price was going to bounce from. We broke it, came into this area over here, Okay, we broke a little lower. Mine was this higher one. We came into this middle one, but now we're moving upward. And it's funny how the news will manipulate things. I'm huge against the news. You will learn this about me over time. But it's funny how they manipulate things. Yesterday, Bitcoin dropped from $73,000 to 62.7, right? But Bitcoin went from 62.7 yesterday afternoon to we're sitting at 70,000. We've eaten up three quarters of the loss, over three quarters of the loss that occurred yesterday. That's manipulation, 1000% manipulation. And while everyone's screaming this is a bear market, does it look like it? Yes. But if you know the charts, you know that we never came back down to test this gray box down here. It never came back down to test these previous highs. So, yeah, we had a bounce, but then now we got to come right down in here and test all of this. So, I expect price to somewhat do this for a while. And then once regulation hits, we're out of here. The world adopts. Like they're waiting for the United States of America to regulate so that they can follow America's guidelines while setting their guidelines for their people of their country all across the world. I hope this brought some value. I hope that you enjoy this portfolio thing. Never done this before. I'm doing it publicly at a very scary time in the market if you watch what the internet says and put myself out there. Very confident that this is that scary moment before the actual bull cycle, the super cycle takes off. Could I be wrong? 1000%. Do I believe I'm right? 1000%. So we will see what happens in the future. Follow along. I'll probably drop this monthly. I'm not going to break out the portfolio every week or every day when we have huge gains, but just wanted to print this out, present this. Hopefully, you follow along. If you like this, share it with a friend. We're going to start educating here. So I hope to see you guys on the journey. I hope to be part of your journey. I hope you have a blessed weekend. Be safe. And never forget, God loves you.